Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Hope this reading is finding you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right. The overall energy of the reading is the Chariot in reverse. Not making moves, not moving on, not overcoming. There's something here about not making moves in the 3D. Stuck. Okay, some of you, if there's a stuckness in regards to moving on from a past relationship, moving into happiness, moving from independence to being in a relationship, there's something about the waiting for a relationship, waiting for a celebration, waiting to be in a relationship. Feels like a challenge. It feels like it's a challenge to be independent. Is it hard to move on from a past relationship? I get the feeling that you're someone you've been learning as you go. Feels like you haven't been protected from the moves that you're making, but you're learning as you go anyway. Feels like you're following your desires, following there's a definite following your desires here. It doesn't feel like you're making moves because it feels like you're attracting what you want. What's the viewer attracting in? It feels like a relationship. Feels like you're wanting to attract in a relationship and you're getting like crickets, like nobody's. Yeah, crickets. Why is this happening? What's the important messages here? There's some type of, there's something you're not seeing. Some type of confusion, some type of fog in your thinking. That's this or that thinking. A lot of challenges coming out around relationships that I'm perceiving. Okay, I get it. Some of you have a belief, I'm not going to be happy until I'm in a relationship, and the universe is so cooperative. And you are a master creator, and so the universe is like, so be it. You won't be happy. And I think there's a challenge here for you to find happiness by yourself. Being happy with yourself, liking yourself, loving your life, creating a life that you love, and then attracting those who can perceive that, what you're creating. For some of you, there's a picture here of waiting for your knight in shining armor to come rescue you out of your unhappiness so you don't have to be alone. And that's not how I'm perceiving how it works. I'm perceiving that in these energies, the challenge is to love yourself, love all aspects of yourself, love your life, be in love to attract love. By the time you are fully in love, love yourself, love your life, love the life that you're creating for yourself, love waking up, enjoy what you've created for yourself, then that invites in someone who can meet you at that happiness level. Instead of, you're putting a lot on. If you have a belief, I'm going to be miserable until I'm in a partnership, I'm unhappy until I'm in a relationship, it puts a lot on the other person to make you happy. This relationship needs to make me happy. You need to make me happy. It's a lot of putting a lot on someone to show up and rescue you. I think what would be helpful is showing yourself and showing the world what you have to offer. Finding your own happiness, creating a world that you enjoy being in. What are your interests? What is it that you would like to do? What can you create around you? It feels like you're waiting for someone else to come in with their vitality and their life force so you can join them and be happy. And that's putting a lot on the other person to rescue you, to be your all, instead of you being someone who can take care of themselves, create happiness, and invite people in. See the difference? It's slight, but it's big. If you're waiting at home, waiting for someone to show up, like attracts like. So if you're not taking action, if you're not learning, if you're not out there making things happen, helping yourself enjoy your life, that's where you meet the people that are fun, that are honest, that are what you're interested in. It's kind of like there's a bit of a message here of becoming who you want to attract, becoming a bit of that person. All right. Hidden blessings. We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's a lack of self-love, not loving oneself. For some of you, it feels like you're still attached to someone in your past, someone that's hard to walk away from. There's something about this past relationship that has created a void, created an opportunity for you to learn how to love yourself instead of giving your love away to someone else. There's some type of emotional attachment here. Feels like you could really rework this. There's also, again, a very similar message that I've about if you don't love yourself, if you don't take the time to cultivate self-love, self-care, self-understanding, if you're not interested in you, if you don't like being with you, but you're inviting someone else and wanting someone else to love you even though you don't love yourself. There's that kind of message here. Not just the parts of yourself that are easy to love. It feels like there's an opportunity here to really learn how to love all aspects of yourself, not trying to hide. I get the feeling that maybe in past relationships you tried to hide the parts of yourself that you felt were unlovable, just ignoring them and like they don't exist. Feels like for those of you that resonates, that you just show your best side, you just put that forward, all love and light, and hide the parts of yourself that you don't like. And it feels like when you're in a close relationship with someone, those parts can't be hidden for long. They come out. And if you don't like those aspects of you, if you don't know how to work with your moodiness, your whatever your issues are, if you don't know what your issues are and you don't own them, it doesn't feel like people want to be invited into your space. They don't want to work on you. If you're not willing to see things about yourself and work on them or own them, other people aren't going to ignore those shadow parts of you. It doesn't even feel like you have to be perfect, isn't what's being asked here, but own and understand difficult aspects of yourself. Showing up in a bad mood, and instead of that being the person you're in a relationships with issue, it feels like communicating, honestly saying, I am in quite a mood today, and I just want to let you know that I recognize it's my issue to deal with, that it's my mood, my difficulties aren't your issues, your problems. Even if I perceive that you triggered this or activated, I recognize that it's something that I need to look at. It feels like bringing community. Nobody's looking for someone who's perfect. That doesn't even exist. But if you aren't loving and understanding and understand how to work with the parts of yourself that you deem as unlovable, if you're not working on how to maturely work with your emotions and work with those parts, then it feels like you're putting a lot on the people in the closest relationships, that it's their responsibility to deal with your triggers, to deal with those aspects of you. There's something here about accountability, and the more you can love the parts of yourself that are unlovable, the more you understand those parts, the parts that you recognize where you are, where you're struggling with that, then you can be vulnerable. You can understand. You're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to sell yourself to someone. You're just being human. So it feels like I'm talking to someone who's reworking romance, reworking how to be in a loving relationship, how to create an inviting space to have a relationship. All right. What you're leaving behind is the Six of Wands in reverse, a lack of success, very public lack of success, and maybe in regards to relationships. There might be kind of an embarrassment here about a relationship not working in the past. Interesting. Chariot reversed again. Okay, you're also leaving behind a lot of insecurity in relationships. It feels like you'd stay in a relationship because you didn't, you lacked confidence of believing that you could find another relationship. It feels like people in the past took advantage of your insecurities. And so you put up with a lot because of insecurities. Looks like you're leaving those fears behind. There's also a lot of confusion in relationships. Feels like if you feel that you have beliefs that say that I can only be perfect and I can only share the best parts of me because there are parts of me that are awful that I don't even look at and deal with, you can't hide that stuff. And if you're like, no, it doesn't exist, you're wrong, then it's hard to evolve. It's hard to have a relationship with someone who's not willing to see and have uncomfortable things about themselves being viewed. So it feels like you're leaving behind very unconscious relationships. Not only where you're unwilling to really see the stuff that you don't care about yourself, but it feels like it also attracts people who are similarly just showing up as their best self, but they're not integrated. There's a perfect picture here, and it looks like that's not what you're moving forward with. It looks like you going forward, you want something real, someone you can move forward with, someone who can change, someone who can make moves. All right. How to get the most of this energy is death in reverse. There's something here about not wanting something to end. It feels like relationships, there's something about endings that you might have difficulty with on a soul level. Like, I don't want this to end. I want it to work out. I want to fix it. I want it to last forever. There's something about not letting things end when it's time for them to end. Okay, in regards to relationships, it looks like it's difficult to let something end. It feels like you stay in a relationship past the expiration date. And it feels like you tolerate a lot of disrespect in relationships, at least in the past. It feels like it's really hard for you to create healthy boundaries in relationships. It's hard for you to end it when it's over. Hard for you to accept that something's over. And then there's also, feels like it's a challenge to set healthy boundaries, because it feels like I'll tolerate, I'd rather have someone and so I'll abandon myself. I won't stand up for myself, but I need the relationship. And so like attracts like. It feels like you're attracting someone, if this is resonating, you're getting your needs fulfilled, or you're wanting your needs to be fulfilled because you can't fulfill them yourselves. And you're attracting people who also have needs that are unmet that they can't do them. So it's creating a codependent relationship where you stay in way past the expiration and very unhappy because you don't have healthy boundaries. It looks like there's a need to heal to not communicate with people who don't want to invest in you, don't want to work with you, those who are lying, those who say a lot but are no action. There's a question coming up. Why do I tolerate so little in a relationship? And why do I feel like I have to be perfect in a relationship? It's very unbalanced in these beliefs. Like, I have to be my best self. So that feels like it comes with, you've been told that there's something wrong with you. You're too much. You're not enough. You're too much. So feels like there's a belief here that you have to show up as a small version of yourself. And so you're inviting in people who are small-minded, who, there's something here. How to get the most of this energy is remembering that like attracts like. And if you need someone for stability, security, you're inviting someone in who just needs you. And that might feel really lovely at the beginning. Oh, it feels so good to be needed. If I'm needed, then they won't leave me. I don't know if that's really the best basis for a relationship is need. I feel needed. It feels like it's helping you placate some insecurities. If this person needs me, if I create a connection with someone who needs me so much they'll never leave me, it doesn't feel like you're really creating the foundation of a really joyful and expansive relationship. It feels like two people just needing each other and resentful that you're not getting your needs met. All right. What's supporting you is the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. This is someone without potential. Someone not using their intuition. Devil energy. So this isn't what I've been tuning into is someone not trusting, not utilizing intuition, but fear-based. Am I lovable? Is there someone for me? Can I be loved? It feels like what I've been tuning into is the exact formula to the neediness, the insecurity creates a dependency, a type of relationship that's codependent, depending on others. It's not really a joyful relationship. It looks like what you're interested in is a relationship that is that happily ever after. And there's also, it feels like not only do you want that relationship, but you want everyone to know that you're in that happy relationship. There's something public about this as well. Okay. In the past, it looks like you might have ignored a lot of red flags. The same energy where you only want to see the good things about yourself and only want to project out the positive, what you perceive as good and positive, and ignore the rest. And it creates a relationship where it's performative. Like, it looks good on the outside, looks good and looks successful and looks happy on the outside, but it's a lie. It's not real happiness. at least I've got someone. At least I'm not alone. At least, there's something. I think you're wanting something real. And so what this reading is about is finding the beliefs that might be keeping you in a pattern of recreating the similar type of relationship. All right. What's to be mindful of is the Ace of Pentacles. And the new opportunity in the 3D. This feels happy with the sunflower. Balanced. What's this new opportunity? You're manifesting a new opportunity. It feels like it's in regards to love. You want it real, tangible, in the 3D. Okay, there's some type of decision. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, something's ending. Oh, wow. You're letting your guard down. Something's ending. This feels like a story that I'm tuning into. It feels like you're wanting to manifest. It feels like in the past you set very clear desires out, what you want in a relationship. You wanted a new opportunity. You wanted something really joyful and happy. And it feels like when you came to this decision, when you realized that you wanted a loving relationship, feels like you might have been in another relationship that wasn't working. Something needed, it feels like the relationship you were in that wasn't working, that wasn't creating the happiness and your happily ever after, that needed to end. There is a need to let something fall apart, something that was very painful, a painful cycle. It also feels like a relationship had to end for this new opportunity to come in. But it also feels like what you were asking for in relationship, you needed to evolve and become the version of yourself that could have that relationship, that could have this opportunity. So things needed to really shift in your environment. It feels like there might have been a belief that, you just keep creating what you want and leaving, what you don't want in the past. And instead, it looks like there was a need to recycle, take accountability for what you'd created, let that end, and recreate yourself in the version of the type of relationship that you're wanting. It does feel like you're very grounded in this current energy, nurturing, abundant. Just about to ask a question. The answer came out. Oh, yeah, you are really working, and whatever you're working on is working. There's a big shift in the energies. Whatever this is, it could be in regards to work. Something is really shifting. There's a quick acceleration here. Your focus is all in one direction. That's definitely making the difference. And there's some type of communication coming in that helps you get out of a nightmare, out of a comfort zone, and walk away from something that you've enjoyed, but it feels like this is a bigger opportunity. What is this? Wow. Holy cow. What is this? Empress, divine feminine energy. This feels like you are birthing this new reality. What's this new reality? It's a muse of voices. It's your path. Feels like a very honest pathway. 9 of Cups. Blessings. Alignment. Happiness. This is a huge shift. What's interesting is it feels like what this reading has been about is relationships. Wanting to be in a partnership, wanting to be in a relationship. Feels like that's what the messages are about. And in the outcome and advice, it feels like something is shifting after you let go of a relationship that did not work. But this doesn't feel like love. It feels like it's in regards to work, but it doesn't feel unrelated. Feels like this is a part of you creating the version of you that's going to attract the person, the energies that you say that you're interested in. So you're becoming the version of yourself. Wow, like attracts like. There's something about what you're creating, what you're working on. This is something you love. This is very much in alignment with you. This is your path. This is very exciting. I'm not getting any closer, but it feels like whatever this is, feels like if you take this, it elevates you to a very different level. Yeah, Emperor. Okay, so when you step into your divine feminine energy, when you have whatever this is that you're working on, that you're very focused on, that's very you're very excited about it, it's very passionate, you've got the resources, this gets you out of the comfort zone, and then boom, Emperor. So what I'm getting is, it feels like who I'm talking to, you've been wanting to manifest your divine partner, but you haven't yet become the version of yourself. You're becoming the version of yourself that can attract that person that you're wanting, a divine counterpart. So by you making these moves, getting out of a comfort zone, whatever this exciting new prospect is, it's getting this person's attention. It makes you, it's like you come online, because now it feels like someone, whoever this Emperor is, can see you. I'm also getting that it feels like your divine counterpart is in the process of awakening. They're also in the process of becoming who they're meant to be. Feels like what would be helpful is trusting the process. I trust that what I want is on its way to me. And so there's nothing I need to do except work on me, work on who I am, work on whatever this is in regards to your work that you're excited about, passionate about, aligned with. It feels exciting, it feels amazing, and then recognizing that, I'm becoming the version of myself, and also whoever that person is that I've been manifesting, they're also in a process of becoming. And I don't want to rush this. I want to meet myself. It feels like trusting the process here, trusting that you're becoming the version of yourself that can have the type of relationship that you've asked for. So, wow. I hope that's helpful. Take care. Have a great day.